And I've got a special guest in the studio with me, someone who does R&B a little differently. You call it R&B noir.
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Yeah, you do sometimes. And you sort of mix like dreamy beats and such a chill, melancholic voice.
Yeah.
And I've got KeepVibesNear in the studio with me. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
I'm very happy to have you here.
No,
I'm a big fan. Been for a while.
No, I'm very glad.
Been for a while.
I'm very glad to hear that.
What's been the highlight of your week?
Highlight of my week is that I got engaged.
Ooh, that's a big highlight. That's the best highlight we've had so far.
Yeah.
Ooh, exciting stuff. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's amazing. I just was saying that's very grown-up things to be doing.
It is, isn't it? I feel like it's that time where it's time to grow up, really. Like it's getting to those ages where
it is.
You want to have certain things in order. So
it's true. And then sometimes I look around myself and me, I'm like, oof, so far from grown up.
For real.
We're going to introduce you to some of KeepVibesNear music with Your Aura. Unaware by KeepVibesNear, and he's here in the studio with me.
Yes.
And your music is quite vulnerable from the lyrics, the vibes, just overall it's quite honest and raw.
Yeah, definitely.
How is it making music that feels so honest and raw?
It's good. It's processing. I feel like it's like a therapy for me, and like I kind of just stumbled across writing like this. Obviously, like I'm a big student of music, so I feel like I just took in a lot. I've like listened to so many great artists, and when I finally did start making or just start singing my own stuff, it kind of just fell out of me. And yeah, it's become like one of the things I find most natural in terms of like putting words in song, not always in words or on paper, but in song. And yeah, that's therapy for me now.
Yeah, I get that. But I don't know. To me, it always seems like being that vulnerable on something you put out to everyone is a really scary thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mixture. It's like obviously a lot of my music is like vulnerable and touching, but it takes inspiration from like loads of things. Like some of it is mine, and it's mine to have and to hold, and I listen to it and it like helps me. Yeah. But some of it is like stuff that I saw in a movie and inspired me. Some of it is stuff that I remember from growing up that I attached to a feeling or a thought. So I have learned to experiment more with music in that sense, and like play with like inspirations and like processing and like using like things I'm seeing or like random things that I'm looking at to like try and like find like feeling or not some sort of relatability to it. And yeah, it's helped my pen, it's helped my processing and intellect, I would like to think. And I don't read many books. I used to. Like,
same.
But not much anymore. And like I feel like something about putting words down and like looking at them and like staring at them and then editing them and then putting them back and then fixing it and going, no, that should go here, this shouldn't go there. Like it's quite special.
How do you think you can make people resonate with your music to that level?
I think I talk about like introspect, and a lot of my music is like how am I processing or like feeling about like this, or it really like paints a picture that people can maybe relate to from a feeling they've had or a thought they've had or like a situation they're in. And I feel like that's the angle that I can relate to the most about music that I listen to. I mean, when it comes to stuff that I could understand or relate to, it was usually like feelings or emotions related to like love or like letting someone down or like bringing someone up or just like the stuff that you can feel on day to day and you have to deal with in life. So yeah, that's why my music is kind of centered around all of that. And I think it's important because like in my life there's been few men that have really like dissected emotions in that way for me, in my face or in my ears, like in person. And it's nice to hear, like it's even if you didn't realize it, like a lot of the lyrics I write, I don't prep them. I don't really write for sessions anymore. I haven't for like years now. like I kind of just come and I'm like, show me what you got, and then I'll make everything at once, and like just kind of, so I never have anything prepared. And I think the reason I do that is because like I don't know how I feel. Like sometimes until I think about it and I take that moment to like try and put it into words or on paper. So a lot of the processing is realization.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's relatable. That is a feeling that like I can relate to, and I feel like it needs to be pushed. And men don't push that enough. We kind of like hold shit in.
Yeah,
and
true.
yeah, I feel like I'd like to be a bit of a champion for that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sort of, when you do make a song, you let the beat guide you to your feelings.
Typically, like sometimes I hear a word or like I hear a line, but usually it like just comes. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I feel like, do you know what? I haven't really been good at many things in my life. Like I was good at sports, and then I was good at English. And at first it wasn't English, it was poems. And then the poems made me kind of interested in like the books and the literature and dissecting them in that way. Like how you'd look at a movie and be like, oh, this could be about this. And looking at it abstractly. And I kind of opened my mind to that sort of literature and like writing. And started listening to the music and the R&B that I love in that way. And I feel like that has developed into the music I make now. So, yeah.
That's quite cool. And that like school sort of made you want to make music or a specific subject within school.
Do you know what? I had a teacher at school. I can't even remember her name. That's how long ago it was. like I wish I could remember her name for the life of me. I'm so bad with names. But she was amazing because I did English literature, English language at college, sixth form. And I remember I used to miss classes all the time. Like I wouldn't really come in that often to all my classes. But like when I did, she would always be lovely, and she would like ask me to read out loud, and she'd say like, "Oh, I love your reading voice, Kevin. Like you've got such a mellow reading voice, and this and that." And then she'd like encourage me to like dissect the poems in front of everyone, and like she knew I played guitar. At this point, I'd never recorded a song in my life or anything like that, but I used to like play guitar and bring my guitar into college, and that was kind of like my book bag. So I'd have like my literature books, and then I'd have like my guitar, and I'd just like fuck around with my friends, like playing random chords. And I didn't have many, but I would try.
The couple you knew well.
Yeah, like, and that kind of like was the birth of like me like really getting into music. And like she would encourage that. I'll never forget that one time she was like, "Kevin, would you like to like show us one of your songs and we can dissect it in the class?" And we did. No, I'll never forget that because it was
really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was very cool, and it was like something to say like, oh, like what you're doing is like a good thing.
Yeah,
and,
it's meaningful.
We can dissect it same way that we dissect some of these like books and stuff like that. So like, why shouldn't we?
Yeah.
And we did, so that was really nice.
Yeah, shout out to that teacher whose name we don't know. Glad to be with you, and this is your latest release. Yes. And a song that I like a lot. It's been on repeat for a little while in my house.
I'm glad, yeah,
what does the song mean to you?
I feel like it's an ode to appreciation, like, and like almost like a admittance of self, and like giving yourself to like that appreciation for something, someone.
Is this also a song that you didn't write? You just went into the studio and sang it?
I write, like I put the words down, but I never bring anything pre-written, and I don't really pre-write anymore, and I write songs quickly, and I kind of pride myself on like my ability to like get it out.
Yeah.
And like finish it, and then like think about it after and process it like as a whole. Like, and I feel like this song was like something that like just came together because it really was like the feeling. Like as soon as I heard like the instrumental being there, I'm usually there from the instrumental being made from scratch. I don't really like get instrumental sent to me already done. I'll be there with the producer like as he's like doing the tick and the tack and everything. So like it develops, and like the feelings develop, and my viewpoint on the song changes. And with this song it was like a good mixture of that. You know what, we're glad to be with you. I think I made it in about an hour. And then do you know what, I wrote like the verses first, and originally I didn't have a chorus. Like I had written like the part that goes like I've been torn down, I keep trying. what they saying, baby. That part I originally thought that could be a hook. That should be a hook. It sounds like pretty and like something I'd want to repeat. So I had it in like a demo as like a verse, that, and then another verse and that. And then as time went on, I kind of like left the gaps in the demo, and I was just listening to it, and I got like comfortable with the song. And then it wasn't until I actually like said like, okay, we're using this for something, and like I had it in one of the like folders that I sent to my A&R, that it actually was like, all right, let me make a chorus, and like finished the second half of the verse, like on the second verse. So it became like a different song, because like really like a lot of the song had a different like feeling for me. And then I came back to it, and I kind of feel like I smoothed out the middles and like brought them together in quite a balanced way with like the chorus, because it's quite airy and light, and I feel like it really gave that energy that I wanted, but then I wanted it to be like kind of upbeat and feel like kind of feel good. And like the kind of like in my head when I did like the bits, I'm thinking of that the interaction that people have with like the song and like with me, and like even like when I'm just at home, it makes me want to like respond. So like
first of all, you just singing that little snippet was beautiful. Just quick before I forget to say that. But it's like you said, it's a feel good song, but it's also like it's moody in a way, but it feels like a hug. It feels like a hug from like you said, someone you appreciate.
That's it.
So you've encapsulated the feeling that you wanted to really well.
I'm glad.
Really well.
Glad.
Cool. We're gonna play another song called Nova Scotia.
Cheers. This is one of my favorites.
Ooh, it is good. You're listening to Hoxton Radio, and it's your girl here, Moresha, and I'm here with KeepVibesNear, and that was the song Nova Scotia. And your music challenges the usual framework of masculinity. I feel, because you're quite open with your feelings, and like you said you talk about love and relationships and vulnerability a bit. How do you define masculinity?
I define it as a journey of self. And everyone has that journey, but I guess for men it's different, and for men it's hard for everyone, but it's hard in like a quite specific way of like realizing like what it means to be a man, what it means to like be like hard and like have respect, or like is being hard respect, or is respect something else. And you have to realize that in your life, and it often takes a lot of like experience, and sometimes going through that experience has a lot of effect on the men I know and the men I've met. So it doesn't really give them a lot of room to like be fragile, or be not even fragile, but process those things openly. And I think a lot of men, it doesn't come natural. Maybe like some of us are lucky, and like we have a friend that we do confide in that way, and we like make an effort of like encouraging that amongst our friends in general. But like not a lot of my friends are like that comfortable like having those conversations, and I try to like be that friend that's gonna be like yo, like I feel like this happened to me today, and like I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it, and I just want to like put a carpet for like them to like feel like they can come back to me and do the same. So I feel like with my music, it's kind of like me trying to do that as well. Like it's like I'm gonna put my feelings on a song, and like you guys listening to it, like maybe you can relate, and like you'll feel more open to like do that yourself, or like realize things about yourself, or like realize how you're feeling about something that might be similar to this. So so it's just sort of showcasing that it's okay to feel these feelings and showcase these feelings. Literally, yeah. It's so hard for men to have other feelings other than anger. Yeah. Because all other emotions seem to be restricted for them, just because that's the society we live in. I don't agree with that at all. But I think a lot of men put that on themselves and on each other. So you saying you sort of want to be that person to open up to friends, to make sure that they feel safe opening up to you. It's really important. And I think more men need to sort of do that. Yeah, I feel like I'm almost trying to tell myself that as well. Like remind myself with every song, like these feelings are like stuff you should process and like feel, and like allow yourself to feel. And like you get caught up like day to day, like you get caught up in like the ins and outs of stuff, and like forget to take time to be attentive towards like your feelings in general. Like just get the train, go here, do that, go to a show, do this, go to the studio. So sometimes it's easy to just get caught up. But yeah, I feel like sometimes listening back to songs that I've written like gives me space to have that moment.
Yeah. How has your view on masculinity changed over the years?
It's changed a lot. When I was younger, even like partially sometimes still now, like I confuse masculinity with like what are you capable of, and like how does that come across to men and like people that are deemed respectable, or like how comfortable are you in self, and like how does that show in like your empathy and like your processing and your intellect and your understanding of life, I guess. And yeah, it's interesting because like there's dynamics to all of it. Like bravado is an interesting thing, and men can use it as a currency. So how do you deal with men compared to how do you deal with women? How do you deal with like family compared to how do you deal with strangers? Like, why should I treat a stranger like this? Why should I like love my loved ones? Like why should I be empathetic for a random? But then at the same time, like, so it's just dealing with that and like understanding like that it's okay to like figure it out and like just change. Like I'm someone that I can't deny I've been stuck in my ways a lot of times, and growth is something that is learnt, and it has to be like something that you like take on and decide in it. It can't just be like something like, oh, like I really want to do that, so I'm just gonna like start doing it. Like it just like kind of like subconsciously happens. So like yeah, I feel like over time I'm trying to put myself in situations where I can grow.
I feel like masculinity is a very rigid thing. Like it's very rigid, which makes it very fragile. Yeah. So stepping out of what's the norm seems like out of this world, even if it's something as little as, I don't know, just hugging your friend. Yeah. You know, it seems like, whoa, and then it's immediately sus, but it's like, how is this sus?
Yeah, that's an interesting one, really, because like, I grew up, I didn't really hug my parents, to be honest. Okay. Like, it was
that
like,
because you didn't want to, or because that's not what you done amongst your family?
Yeah, my family wasn't really huggers and stuff like that. Like, so like my mum loves me, and like I love my family, and we show it in different ways now. Like we kind of make purpose of like being a bit more like physical and like attentive. But when I was younger, it really wasn't that. It was kind of like, obviously I was like little teen or whatever. And yeah, I wasn't that easy to be around when I was like 15, 16, 15.
Yeah,
like,
all teens are sort of terrible.
Yeah. So there wasn't much hugging, and I grew up thinking that was okay. And like it took like probably like the women I met in my life to like teach me to be like empathetic and like attentive and sensitive and like even just be nice. Really, like to be honest, like at one point I wasn't really that nice, and like I'm getting nicer.
Sunlight by KeepVibesNear here on Hoxton Radio, and I saw one of your reels on Instagram, and it said, "I'm black, so they're gonna class this as R&B."
Yeah.
So, do you think being black holds you back in regard to what genres you can sort of dabble in?
I make so much different music, and I feel like the only thing that's really the same is my voice, but I always like it always gets labelled as R&B or like this or that, and I feel like It's hard being a musician because like you're made to market yourself, but then you're making something that's personal to you, and you don't always have a description of it. Maybe you're finding yourself in this music, so like to always put it in a box, maybe just off like a sonic, when really like sometimes the sonic's all forever changing. Yeah, like I feel like it's a hard one because like, I grew up listening to John Mayer and Ed Sheeran and King Krul and Daniel Caesar and all of these people, but then I also listen to Trey Songz and Tyrese, and I don't sing like Tyrese, I don't sing like Chris Brown, so is it R&B? I'm not too sure, and is it R&B even? I'm not too sure, but I feel like I'm finding like ways to just like define myself and trying to like sound like me. I feel like one of the things I'm most proud about with like music is that like when I sing, sounds like Kevin. Kevin often like people often come up to me and they go like, and all of like my little signature things that I like doing when I sing. And like I love that because it's like, oh, at least they can recognize it's me. Like, and for me, that's important. Like.
Yeah, and like I said in the beginning of the interview, you got really distinctive sounds, and I think not many people have that. Like we immediately know it's you, regardless of the beat, regardless of anything else. We can hear your voice, and we're like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
and I think that's a really important thing to have nowadays in making music. But we're gonna wrap this up now. I would have liked to dive into that question a bit deeper, but our hour is over already. So tell the people what you have coming up for the rest of 2025.
So for the rest of 2025, more music. Nice. I'll be doing shows and like staying around to just keep an eye on my profiles for any updates and stuff. But yeah, there'll be a lot to come.
Nice.
I've got some nice things in the next few weeks, next few months. So keep in tune.
Lovely. And where can people follow you, find you?
You can follow me on KeepVibesNear on everything. KeepVibesNear on everything. I've got everything. Like even my PlayStation account is KeepVibesNear.
Cool. You can find him there too. But most importantly, listen to the music. Keep an eye out for new music. Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you.
And have a lovely weekend, everyone.